Rob Haynes is next. I met Rob a couple years ago up in Chicago. In fact, it was my first time vending for blah 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 motorcycles. I was stealing some booth space from my brother who was there with his company, and he's like, yeah, you can throw it on a table, it's good. So I did. I was wearing my shirt around, and I was walking through the whole event at Motoblot, end of June 21, and this guy's like, I love that shirt. Where did you get it? I'm like, I'm selling them like right over there. Can I stop by at any point? He's like, I will be over. And I'm like, okay. So I went back to the tent, I'm standing around, and this guy shows up. He starts chatting at me. He tells me he's from Louisville. He's got this accent. He's, telling me about this podcast that he runs with this motorcycle group and all of these details. I'm like, this is, okay, great, this is awesome. And then I get invited to attend my very first AMA Vintage Days in Mid-Ohio the next year. So it's a whole year later. And I meet this guy again, it's Rob Haynes, and he is really excited that Blah 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 Motorcycles is coming to AMA Vintage Motorcycle Days. And I hang out with him and his crew of Louisville folks all weekend long, have a great time. And we just forged this really great friendship, had a lot of collaboration with Leuven Moto here, which has been great. They helped bring me to Louisville to start the Storyteller series, and it's just been a freaking ride ever since. Was at AMA again this year, hung out at their burnout box all weekend, and it's just a fantastic time. So Rob has been a really great host to me here in Louisville, and he's really helping get all of this started. And I do have to say that I'm pretty sure that from one of our first conversations in Mid-Ohio at that Vintage Days, Rob started talking about his onesie. This was like more than a year ago. This dude loves his onesie. And you're here for quite a treat this evening, as he's going to tell a story in his Care Bear onesie. Come to the stage, Rob Haynes.
Awesome. You make me do things I don't even want to do. So, if you don't know, I am the co-host for the Louisville Vintage Motorworks podcast. It's tons of fun, most of the time. Yeah, here we are. Richie, stop looking at me, I see you.
It's looking real hard.
Oh, well, okay. Hold on a second. I'm gonna do a thing.
It's not a pair of overalls.
I know, well, you can't move your right arm in this thing because then your left leg doesn't work and you're like, well, I'm just gonna fall down on this thing. So, this piece of Blue Wonder here started out kind of as like a sort of a Christmas joke. So my family, we're like, hey, we should get onesies and hang out all day Christmas and just drink all day, eat food all day, open presents. And I'm like, best idea ever. So I go out and buy a onesie. Right about then, you're like, I might have fucked up. So next thing you know, we're throwing around this idea for this motorcycle show we used to have. We used to have this big show called the Kickdown, right? We used to hang out, used to help with the Kickdown. Well, because somebody helps with the burnout box at Mid-Ohio, you become a burnout box professional for some stupid fucking reason. So we're like, okay, I'm gonna work the burnout box at the Kickdown. We're gonna put it on this crappy tennis court, and we're gonna shove this big long piece of plank, and we're gonna put this bump stop at the end so that people don't shoot themselves out. And we're gonna just do stupid shit in the burnout box. Okay, got it, no problem. So then I'm at home one night, or in the garage, wherever, whatever. There's probably beer involved in some sort of, some night where I'm not sleeping, and I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna wear that fucking onesie, and I'm gonna be blue all fucking night in the burnout box, right? Okay, best idea ever. So, it's day of the show, and I'm like, okay, how am I gonna do this? So I'm in my tent, hanging out. We help and we run around and we do all kinds of stuff for the organizer. We're doing mud drags and we're in the pool and all this kind of stuff. You can't wear this in the pool, don't try it. It's terrible. Lifeguards don't like it. It's really bad. So we're all hanging out in the tent. And I'm like, all right. It's getting kind of dusky, it's kind of getting in that little mood, I'm like, all right, we might start doing burnout. So here I am in the tent. I'm like, all right. I'm thinking maybe I might do this. And I look at my Thruxton. I have this beautiful Thruxton. I have this like nice, like built to race, mad machine. It's wicked. I love it. 900 Thruxton is the most beautiful bike ever. What? So I'm sitting there, right? And then like the kickdown's going on, there's bikes, there's people everywhere, and I got a friend of mine, he's across the way, and he's got his tent, you know, and it's my buddy Jeff, and he's like, you always look at him and he's like the mechanic guy. He's always got like, his hair's a mess, he's got grease in places, he's eating like bologna in hand, and he's like looking, you know, and he's just like, whatever. And he's a total wreck, right? He's got this old 350 that he's like done, it's this cafe sort of deal that he's got, and it's his custom bike. And I'm standing there, and I look over, and I'm like, what's Jeff doing? Well, Jeff has got like one leg in like the unicorn onesie, and I'm like, hold up, bro. Why are you stealing my shit? And I look over, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I run over, and I grab this thing, and I get out of the box, and I'm like, that motherfucker took my idea, and I get one leg in, and I'm like, okay, all right. Let me remind you, it's fucking hot. It's in the middle of summer. I'm fat. I'm what you would call like rotund. I don't have to be in shape. Round is a shape, okay? Look, so if you think you can slide this sweaty body in a polyester suit really fast, holding a beer, you are sadly mistaken. You might as well put your fucking helmet on because you're gonna take a header trying to get the other leg in that fast. So here I am, like I'm trying to get my feet in, and then I'm like, wait, hold on, wait, if I take my shoes off, this will work a lot better. So I kick off my shoes, and I'm like, all right, I get both feet in there, put my shoes on, go to like pull this thing up, and I'm like, sweet, and I get about halfway here, and I'm like, I gotta put my arms in this, fuck. And I'm like, so you get like one arm in, and I'm looking over at Jeff, and he's like doing the same battle, and we're like looking at each other, and I'm going, I'm gonna be a unicorn, you're not taking my thunder. So I'm like, you know, I'm like pulling this thing up, and I'm doing this, and I get one arm in, and I get both arms in, I'm like, oh, I'm winning, and I'm like, I gotta zip this thing up, and I'm like, right about that time, I'm like, where are my keys? They're right here. Right here in the old pocket. Right here. And I'm like, fuck. So then I have to like disrobe, almost take another facial, head just straight into the concrete. I had better luck like laying down and like undoing the zipper and then turning and then trying to get, because you have to totally disrobe. You have to take one arm out and you got to stick it down here. And then the zipper's like, not holding on, you better fucking stop. So you get, yeah, so I get the keys out and I'm like, all right. Have anything else in my pockets? Because I can't touch that shit. All right, get the key out, get on the motorcycle, put the hood down, put the hat on, rip into the burnout box, right? I'm like, I got this. And Jeff's over there like, Phil fucking, he's just, I don't know what he's doing. But I win, I'm like, I have beaten the unicorn. And I'm like, why is this important? Because I'm in a blue fucking onesie on a Triumph in a burnout box. We're in the middle of the tennis court and nobody's here. I'm like, cool, nobody's gonna see me. That's even better, awesome. So I guess it's inappropriately my job to kick off the burnouts for the evening. So I'm like, okay, here we go. So I rip into the burnout box, I park the bike in the burnout box. Burnout box is kind of janky, it kind of flexes when the bike bumps, hits the end of the box, and it's kind of, So I get into the trunk, right? Lock it in, get everything going, let her rip. Do this like the most ridiculous, smoky, beautiful burnout, and it just billows, and I'm just rolling. Second gear, third gear, goes great. So my buddy Jeff pulls up behind me, and he's like, I'm gonna do this. I'm like, okay. So I roll the bike out, push it to the side. And it's hot, there's sweat dripping my eyes, I can't really see. I'm like, fuck, this thing's stuck to me, I'm gonna have to lay in the bathtub later to get it off. Like, I'm just like, shit. So Jeff pulls up in the burnout box in this little Italy 350 cafe. It barely moves under its own power. I'm pretty sure it was a pull start motor, maybe. I don't really know. It didn't really do much. So he gets in there and he's like, oh, and he gets it going, right? So I'm like, all right, photo op. My buddy, the photographer's running around taking all the photos, making us all look really great. So I run up behind his bike and I kind of like straddle it. And I'm like, oh, there's a luggage rack back here. Oh wait, hold on, it's not that one. So I'm just holding on to the luggage rack, just kind of balancing, like just kind of hopping, look kind of weird. Looks way inappropriate because it looks like I'm getting down with a unicorn, and that is not okay. Because I'm like, man, there's something sticking out the front. I'm blue. I don't know what the fuck's going on. There were some drugs. I needed the money, whatever. I don't care. So yeah, so I'm holding this bike or whatever, and we finish the burnout, right? No harm, no foul. Everybody gets out of the burnout box. I wear the blue ridiculousness for the remainder of the evening. You might call it dinner wear. So like we're all hanging out. The night goes on. I go crash. I get up the next day. I go get coffee, right? I come back. And I'm like, why is my phone? There's like 9,000 fucking there's numbers and things going off. You know, you look at your phone and all those numbers on. You're like, I gotta clear all these numbers out. It's bugging the fuck out of me. So I look at my phone and I'm like, Instagram, Facebook, it's shit I don't even have. Like there's apps out there I don't even know what I have. Apparently there's a onesie app. I don't know what the fuck. So I'm looking at my phone and I'm going, what the fuck? And I'm just scrolling through and I'm like, everything's fucking blue and unicorn. And I don't know what the fuck's going on because there are 9 million photos of me and videos of weird shit flying all over the internet. And I'm like, I am totally ruined. My life is over. So I get back to Kickdown that morning and I'm like, I got my coffee and I'm just like, fuck. We're all over the internet. And I find my buddy Jeff, right? So I go over and I'm like, dude, what the hell happened? I was like, we did a burnout, we wear some onesies, you think it's like the end of the world, my phone is blowing up. He goes, yeah, we're all over the fucking internet, bro. And I'm like, great. So I go over, and I'm standing there talking to Jeff. And, all right, it's a little warm in here. So I go over and I'm talking to Jeff, right? And I look up, and he gets all mad, and he's like, dude, you fucked up my mic. I'm like, what do you mean? And this is like early Saturday. I was like, dude, we got way more burnouts to do. This is just Saturday. Like this, this is the second day. It's barely, it's early. So he's like, come over here. Great. I got about this fucking ugly cafe bike out. Great. So I walk over, and he bends down and he points and he goes, look at the pipe. Look at the exhaust pipe. How am I supposed to fix this? How am I supposed to? I'm like, what are you talking about? What the fuck? You see this hole right here? You might call it like a ventilation hole. If you do it just right, you can stick your leg out. Well, apparently, somebody got some Smurf jack all over their pipe, and now they're all bent out of shape. Because part of it's fucking blue. And I'm like, well, you knew going in with your unicorn, and you're waving your little horn all over the place. I'm climbing on, we're having some fun. You're the one pointing, not me. I just climbed on the back. So the evening goes on. And again, we race to put the fat suits on in the heat. The sticky, weird heat. It's like a beer suit. Like it collects, like splashy things and then it sticks and you're like, well, I'm totally screwed. It's like being like a fruit roll-up in here. So Jeff and I race into the burnout box. I got this. Here I go again. The Triumph. My lovely Triumph. My beautiful machine that I actually love. I have like a, what do they call it? A motorosexual relationship with this bike. It's a beautiful bike. I crammed it into the burnout box. That was mean. It was mean, evil. I was like, oh, we're gonna do this. So I get in there, do another burnout. Right? Rip it along. And then it turns out, this hole right here, it's not just on his pipe. It's on mine too. Beautiful blue Smurf jack. Ask me how long it takes to come off. I'll let you know when it does. All the hotness on the pipe and you're just like, come on girl, don't make me rub it. I don't want to touch it because it's hot. But it's still on there. There's a little spot. Not this kind of pipe, honey. No. Blue is usually bad on my end. A lot. So, here I am in the burnout box. Got blue Smurf jack all over my pipe. And I am ripping, right? Second, third, just crushing it. Full tilt, right? Full tilt. Turns out, when you go to shift gears and you're doing a burnout, and the burnout stops, but you don't, there's a funny smell. And it's not blue Smurf jack. It's those little fiber things that go in the transmission that move the motorcycle. And they smoke. And there's a funny smell, and you're like, well, I might have done something. I think I broke some shit. The entire rear wheel of the motorcycle stops. And then your clutch pack burns up. Whee! Into the air. So then you're stuck in the burnout box and you're like, this is not good in a motorcycle kind of fashion. Because it won't go anywhere. So I have to push it out of the bike. I push it out of the burnout box. Clutching. I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh great, I just totally screwed this beautiful bike down. And I'm adjusting things, so I'm like getting wrenches. I'm like, oh God, yep, sure enough, I got it just enough to get it back to the tent. And the next morning, the clutch lever doesn't really want to do much. It barely moves. And then when you hammer down on the throttle, it just says nope. And yeah, so it really I just totally foobarred my entire clutch pack in the blue onesie at the burnout box at the kickdown. So in retrospect, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
But did you get a plastic trophy?
I got a different kind of trophy. I got more like Smurf Jack on the pipe. So I got that trophy. But it turns out that the blue onesie, my hold my beer, I'm gonna take my motorcycle and do stupid shit in a blue onesie. It turns out the following year, somebody got me Lucky Bear. And if you're not up on your Care Bear lingo, then just get with it, okay? I'm old enough, I'm that years old, okay? That's how old I am. So now I have blue and I have green. And occasionally, if you're lucky, and you're one of my friends on Facebook, and it's your birthday, guess what you get? You get the Care Bear steer. I have a picture of, there's a blue one, and then there's a green one, but there's a green one of me like sashaying on the motorcycle. And it's beautiful. So that is my hold my beer story in a blue onesie.
Is there a more epic way to burn out your clutch box than be in a blue onesie? I don't think so.
Bob did that. I got that from Bob.
I do think, though, Rob needs to follow up on his idea to have a full onesie parade at AMA next year. So he really needs to get on the ball and organize that. And that one of these green or blue versions need to be like up front center. So thank you, Rob. Amazing Care Bear onesie story. Appreciate you being on this stage.